Cut your social media usage in half, and I promise you your life will change. Social media takes away from your life. Okay, you ever been on your phone and then all of a sudden like somebody walks in while you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and you're like, what, 1 second, and then you start to give them your full attention. First off, what that means is that you were literally being sucked into this screen to the point where you weren't even present. And you didn't even like you weren't even in reality, bro. You had to kind of like find a way to like turn it down and then get out of that so you can engage with the real fucking world. Okay, and secondly is if your mental health isn't where you want it to be, if your mental health isn't where you want it to be, why do you spend so much time indulging into the thing that got it there in the first place? Oh, I'll tell you why. First off, it's an addiction. Okay, it has so many negative effects. First off, like the comparison that you might experience on there, the lack of engagement. Like when people aren't DMing you and aren't texting you, you almost feel like you're lonely and you have no friends. Therefore, you start to go into a depression and you start to be sad and you just start going in a downward spiral in life because you don't have friends and you're lonely just because nobody texted you with some pixels, bro. Come on, G. Come on, go make some real fucking friends. Okay. Second is like the fear of missing out. All right, you think that you're missing out on certain things because there's some memes, there's a little bit of news. If you're gonna still stay on Instagram, unsubscribe or unfollow those accounts. And then you're gonna come back a month later and be like, damn, what did I even miss? Nothing. Like me personally, I unfollowed like Hoodville, all those meme pages, Daquan, all of them. I unfollowed them months ago. And sometimes I see the things that people post on their story. I'm like, bro, this is shit. Like, this is not even funny. It's almost like it's stupidity to the point where I don't even laugh anymore. Okay, and you really waste all your time for a measly damn, that was funny. It's all good. And then likes as well. Those likes will destroy you, bro. If you want getting likes on your posts, on your stories, or swipe ups on that kind of stuff, that will mess up your mental health. Okay, next is like, what you need to do is you got to make the consumption rate lower than the production rate. So start putting your own content on social media, or start adding value to people through social media. Maybe you don't have to have content. Maybe it's just DMs, cold calls, or not cold calls, or like reach outs and stuff like that to offer a service to people on Instagram. Make the production rate higher than the consumption rate. It's way better use of your time rather than sitting there watching people do things with their lives while you're sitting there doing nothing. You're building the muscles in your goddamn ligaments in your thumb, or whatever finger you use to scroll, or whatever you use to scroll. I'm just kidding. I don't freaking know, okay? And next, it's just an unhealthy escape. It's an unhealthy escape. You ever walked past a group of girls or past a people you didn't really know how to socially interact with, and then you kind of pull out your phone and scroll on Instagram like you're checking your DMs, like people are texting you anyway? I've done it before. I've done it in the gym. I've done it in school. When I was in school, like I'm walking past a group of girls and I know they're probably going to look at me and make eye contact, and I don't have the balls to just look another human in the eyes. So I would just pull out my phone and start scrolling, or obviously I go on the calculator, stuff like that. That ties into a whole different issue we'll get into in another video. But that part, G, you know what I mean? Like scrolling on Instagram and just making it look like you're doing something kind of productive, but it's not productive at all. And people just look at you like you're kind of normal, but you know, you're like, damn, I just did that because I was scared to interact with these girls or whatever. It's an unhealthy escape and you need to stop. Lastly, I'll give you some reasons how to reduce it. What I did to reduce it, again, was like set up downtime. Make sure I'm actually really being aware of my screen time. There's like people, I've talked to people and they don't even have that screen time app activated. So they don't even know how much hours they're spending on their phones. First off, that's something you need to be aware of. And if you're noticing that it's above like 4 hours a day or above 3 hours a day, and it's not on an app that's productive or an app that's creating progression in your life, then you should really cut it in half. And it's either you cut it in half or cut it all off. And one way that made me be able to like disassociate myself from apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok is deleting it for periods of time. Deleting it for maybe a week or two, or deleting it for a month. I deleted Snapchat for like 7 months. And now I'm back on it just to interact with some family members and get some old pictures for these YouTube videos. But I realized like I don't even watch the stories. I just look at the little circles. I'm like, dude, these people are doing the same shit. Same shit. 7 months later, same shit. It's not like not much really changed for me except for like mindset wise, a little bit. No, I'm broke, but a little bit mindset wise, physical. And I'm really starting to actually do work, be productive with my days every single 30 minutes, every single hour. But you're not missing out on shit. But that's one way to reduce your social media usage. Take little breaks for periods of time And then so when you come back to it, you're gonna realize, I don't really need to spend so much time. You're gonna find other things to do. You might say, I don't have anything else to do, but you've never even tried it, so you don't even know if there's anything else to do, right? And understand what it does to you. Understand what it does to your brain. Understand what it does to your mental health. And once you can recognize that, you're gonna have more of a reason to leave it. And then lastly is change the appearance of your phone. So you can go into settings and you can go into color filters and you can put it on grayscale, or you can put it on any color that makes your phone a little less appealing. You can put settings in your phone that it changes the way your phone looks at certain times. Apple is beautiful for this, and they do it for a specific reason, because Apple knows the addiction that people have to social media apps, and Apple doesn't sell our information for advertising, so that's why they want to stay away from apps like Facebook or the Meta, Instagram, etc., etc. So use that to your advantage. Utilize the iPhone, the supercomputer that you have in your pocket, and stop just using it as a means to entertainment and distraction, and stop pulling it away from your life. Stop pulling it away from your social skills, your business, and your work, and start being more present and start living, bro. Okay, so don't let these apps steal your life, and start off tomorrow strong. Peace.